Namaste to all music lovers and especially to young music students. The months between January and March offer us ample opportunities to perform in Aradhanas and Utsavams across the country and the globe, and to perform that one precious song, at most two songs. We have all grown up listening and singing in such Utsavams and Aradhanas, and we really value this experience and this opportunity, no doubt. I would like to share one of my recent observations in the Aradhanas. I would like to illustrate this by singing one song. Raghunayakani Padayuga Raghunayakani Padayuga. You would have observed the difference between the second time and the first time that I sang this song. And these are real-time experiences where I've heard this very recently. Another instance which I heard, since I heard this multiple times, I was really tempted to bring this out in the form of a video. The second song which I heard was Sagasuga Amrudanga Talamu. Though I myself am not familiar with the song, I will try and sing the Anupallavi where I heard this change. Nigama Shirotamu Galgina Nijava Kulato Swarashodhamuto. Or is it Swarashodhamuto Rama Nigama? So I heard this second version in Swarashuddhamuto. It really made me reflect. It's very easy for us to actually trivialize it or blame it on the teacher, or just say that it's maybe just a few people or few students who are not really regular or who are not good. But I really reflected upon it, and I came up with a reasoning where I thought it's a two-stage process. The first stage is that the child joins music class typically at the age of 6 or 7, when he or she is just learning English in school. Most of us have English as a first language today, and that's when he or she is going through the Sarli Varsa, Janta Varsa, Geetam, Alankaram, and up to the Varnams you are referring English books, and the contact with the teacher is also much higher in those initial days. And when the child progresses in the 3rd or 4th year of learning music to learning some kirtanams, small kirtanams, it's but natural that I'm sure that 90% of us start writing in English in our notebooks. We get our first part of notebook, and we write in English. So the small songs are written in English. Even Sanskrit slokas, stotras, and all of that. The second stage of this development, which makes us, it makes it difficult for us to distinguish between syllables and pronunciation, is really when the frequency of interaction with the teacher also comes down. So let's say the child goes on to the 8th or 9th standard, and therefore there are other pressures, and music class really takes a back seat for most of the people, except for a few who manage to sustain it very well, and the interaction with the teacher becomes less. As a result, when they get that one opportunity in their local area to present a song, what is it that they do? They pick up their notebook, feverishly go through the lyrics. You read it as Raghunayaka Ni Padayuga, and you're more concerned about the tune, the talam, the ragam. You're reading it. Somebody might even read it as Raghunayaka Ni Padayuga. Neither is the teacher aware nor is the child aware of this mistake which is there in the pronunciation. And I really thought, how can one really minimize this in a time and era where our hold on our own regional languages or mother tongues is coming down? None of us are really masters or experts in any one South Indian language. At least in this generation, it's quite easy to say that. Very few would be masters. So I just thought, how is it that I have done it, and to some extent what has really helped me? I have written down all the songs in Devanagari or Hindi, which is the closest that can capture all the syllables and pronunciations of most of our regional languages, closest to Sanskrit, closest to Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam. So, for example, if you write it in Hindi, you can easily distinguish a pada from a pada, or from a padha, or a padha, like Suddha, Swara Suddha Muto. The dha can be clearly, written as a separate alphabet and can be read as a separate syllable if you write your songs in Devanagari in Hindi. I hope this tip really helps you, and most of us in India for sure have Hindi as our second language, starting right from our second or third standard in a primary section itself. So if you start writing your kirtanams in Hindi or Marathi, Devanagari Lipi, they're all so closely related. It would make your learning of music really, really more meaningful. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.